Back on our live schedule again. Jeez, I love the time differences between my communities. It's almost hilarious at this point. You got some that are going to like 4 in the morning, or Jesus Christ, it's absolutely all over the place. My. Oh. Left one, right one. I'm gonna leave that. Right. Lucky for me, I can enter my own and live streams. Kind of helps. There we go. This is your pin. Hey, Darkness. I find it funny how in the server they're asking before, like, what time are you going on, and like what's happening and stuff like that, and they're still just, you know, chatting away about where they're all from. It's fine. I mean, I don't mind. You know, it's cool. Jesus, we've skyrocketed once again. Hey guys, welcome in. If you're new, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button as well, because there's going to be a lot more streams coming, and they're going to be far more entertaining and down the line in the future. This one was more quick and sporadic, which is why it's a bit just kind of coming in here and having a chat. So yeah, to reach my water. There you go, going on, baby. Even if people are in here for a second, a minute, and 10 minutes, I'm more than happy with any. Cheers, Darkness. Appreciate that. Don't forget, guys, to smash that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm gonna be trying to stream somewhat more regularly, and also as well as that, as you guys would have seen, I've also got my Discord link pinned in the comments. So if any of you guys are interested in joining my Discord server, you can do that. It's slowly growing every day, and there's lots of good people on there. So it is 1:13 p.m. So it's about lunchtime here in Australia. It's good time for me to be streaming in the middle of the day. I'm not really much of the nighttime streaming advocate or the morning. I kind of like the middle of the day. You know, you're awake, you're a little more switched on. So that part's pretty cool. It's always good fun. Let's go, baby. We're up to 3 likes. During this live stream today, I'm gonna see if we can try and make it to 10. Because I think we got 6 or 7 yesterday, so I want to see if we can break that record. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically how that whole time zone thing works. You're in yesterday, and I'm in the future. That's always the beauty of having friends from America. They always say the same. Oh my god, you're in the future. Um, which is nuts enough already, but yeah. Nice, nice. We're up to 4. Thanks so much, guys, for whoever else is liking the stream. Very much appreciated. Feel free to come and say hi. Don't be shy. I won't bite. Sitting here in this Survivors gear. Yeah, yeah. Right now I'm with you. Yeah, exactly. It could be worse, right? Always could be worse. Holy moly, got 17 in here. I have to say, please like and subscribe if you're new. Um, very much appreciate it. But as we always say, if you're in here for a second, a minute, or 10 minutes, I'm happy with anything. Because the fact is, you are here, and regardless if you have to leave because you're busy or whatnot, then it's good. I did jinx it. We had 19, then we're back down to 7. Now we're back up to 15 again. I love the in fluctuating numbers. It's awesome. It keeps things more fun. Um, yeah, and as I was saying, Red, there's a very valid point. You could have nobody that you don't know, nobody to talk to, and that part would be very boring. So I find that very entertaining. But for Red and Darkness, as I mentioned in yesterday's stream, I was prepping for indoor cricket. Our team won, absolutely smashed our opponents. Um, with which was great. We actually it was not close. Like our team and opposition batted first. We got up to about 104 or something. We didn't really have the greatest batting performance, but our back half managed to get us up to a comfortable score, and we kept them we kept them down in the 20s throughout their first 3 pairs, and then after that, all of a sudden, their last pair got them up to 80, and we're like, "Ooh, Jesus." So we're like, "Oh my god!" It was absolutely nuts. So that's still cool. Thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. So, but we'll stick around in stream today for the time, and we'll probably do stream the same time as yesterday. I think between half an hour to 45 minutes is a good time slot because I'm not looking to be one of those streamers that spends hours and hours just sitting talking to a camera and the commenters. Um, like I'd rather um, what do you call it? I'd rather just do short and sporadic streams here and there. I'll try and continue to do streams on Thursday and Friday. Although as you guys, as Red J and Darkness all know, my schedule is very inconsistent. Yes, that is another good way to put it for you guys over in America and also some parts of England because it's very late, early in the morning there. Sleep stream. I don't mind being the voice the legends hear before you go to sleep. So that's something I never thought I would say. It's yeah, look, fair enough too. I mean, I've been doing the same as Red. I've been doing gaming streams before, but nowadays I think for now I'm just gonna stick with these chat streams for the time being because yesterday's went really well. Um, Yeah, no, that's also the other reason Darkness. But I'm doing live streams too to get my watch time up so I can slowly progress and catch up because I don't enjoy the process of making videos and editing videos because for me it takes forever. I find it too complicated. So I think the best course of action for me is to do these live streams and just sit and chat because I don't shut up because of my ADHD. So it might be a useful idea to do it like this from this point on and make the odd video of me maybe going for a run or taking the dogs for a walk or something like that. I think it'd be good. It'd be good to do that. But no, for the sake of yesterday's live stream was really, really good. Like I checked the stats afterwards. Not only did we gain two new subscribers yesterday, we finished. I think we finished with like 117 viewers and like 80 odd chatters or something. Which obviously those numbers are probably going to be a little bit inflated, but take what you get, right? So I'll work on everything slowly and I'll get things going slowly. Eventually, in time, things will start to get back on track again. I'm gonna start trying to do more videos and stuff of me walking. As of late, I've been taking my dog Artie for a run because I used to walk him with his older sister, but she's now got Cushing's disease, which for those who don't know, it's basically an issue with the muscles and stuff. I think if I'm unfamiliar, but if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But basically, she's got bad knees, so she can't really walk or slash run anymore. So it's a bit disappointing, but he can. Like he's only 10 and he can still move like he's 5 years younger. So, and I've been running with him because it's good for me to get out there and get a good adrenaline rush, and it's good for him just to get out and get some exercise. So I'm hopefully going to start recording that, and I don't know, I'll add some background sound, music or something to it, whatever I can find that won't get me copyrights because I do enjoy streaming and making videos on the channel. It just can be a little difficult sometimes. So, but we've had a little rise in viewership, and I'm sure those numbers will continue to fluctuate as we go on. One other goal would be cool to have 30 viewers in here at once, because I think yesterday it peaked at 28, and just eyeballing that, it peaked at like I think 26 today. So that was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, so hopefully things will start to progress. Hang on a second, I missed a couple. Everything is insertion like this. Yeah, sorry, guys. For some reason, it did not scroll. To answer those, darkness. Streaming is it's the reason why a lot of influencers, like some of the big influencers, grow so quickly. It's because they do live streaming. They do live streaming every day. They'll stream for like, let's say, 2, 4, 5, even 6 hours a day, and then they just grow and grow and grow. And I respect those people, but I can't do that. I've never been able to. I've never been like I can't even play games for that long. I could not sit in front of a screen for probably I couldn't do it for longer than 2 hours. If I did it for 2 hours, my ADHD brain's like, that's enough. We have to go and do something. And it's like, whatever. So that's why editing and making content in that sense is a bit more harder for me. Because of the concentration value. So I think streaming and doing sporadic streams and short ones would be good. In 5 hours, Jesus Christ! Wow, I could not do. I think my longest stream on this chat. Actually, hang on a second. I can look at that because I've got a second device here, so I can look up how long what my longest stream is. I think it's the Dead Island one I did, and I think that one was about 2 hours. I got about 50 hours. I don't know how many hours I'd have. I'd have to check that, but I think my longest is about. Okay, so from backed up memory, oh no, I've got a 3 hour one. I've done 3 hours before. I did 3 hours on Days Gone once. And then and then most of my streams are an hour. Sometimes I go to 2 hours, and then like I would go up to 2 hours and 50 minutes. Don't know why. I just didn't let myself keep going with it, but that's fine. Um, but I've done well with especially with IRL streaming. Like out of the three most popular streams, two of them are face ones. Like I did when I did my face review back about I think it was about 10 months ago. That one did pretty well. It got 16 likes and 145, and then 123 yesterday with 8. So it's good, but let's studio. I can't actually remember if I've got much on the watch hour point of view. I had an old channel that did pretty well back in the day, but I kind of just stopped with that one, and I probably shouldn't have, but I did. And maybe we got a subscriber from this because we're up to 240, which is absolutely awesome. I need to go to ours. I need to go. Oh, no, not that one. This one. Uh, I mean, I don't know how accurate it is, but according to the watch time, I've got 712.7 total watch hours, I think. But again, that may not, because for some reason YouTube's got this weird thing where it only counts a certain amount of hours as considered watch. Like it says that, but then I've got, um, okay, so my actual number, to be more accurate, I've got 255 valid public watch hours apparently. So we're making the process slowly. Still got 2,844 or 45 or something to go, but that's fine. I do not mind that at all. So, and we're getting closer to half. We're almost halfway in the subscriber count since you need 500, being at 200 and 240. So we're getting closer, which is also really good. Love that. But yeah, it takes time. Like stream, but yeah, for those watching, if you want a faster option for getting watch hours, live streams is definitely the way to go. If you enjoy making videos and editing them, you can do that. That's not a bad thing because you could potentially have one to blow up. You could get one that gets thousands of views and then thousands of people watching that video combined. It's like bam, you've got them all. But if you're like me, and you don't like to don't have the patience to edit and make really good quality content, then yeah, live streaming will be right up your alley. I can tell you that. I can tell you that much for free. Um, but yeah, that's probably the best. They're the best methods. I know a lot of YouTubers out there have different methods, and they talk about how you can get 1,000 subscribers in a month, or how you can get all these view accounts. I don't believe in these strategies because the idea for making content on the internet, not just YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, whatever it is. I think the general idea is to have an identity. Once you have an identity, then you can stand out and then you can start making stuff that you enjoy. And then your viewers are eventually going to enjoy it because it's something they haven't seen before. When you're following the same tricks, strategies, and algorithms as other people, it just doesn't work. But, you know, I mean, unless you're someone who's scummy and steals content, then that's a bit of a different story. But look, honestly, I'm still trying to work on what my identity looks like. And thank you to whoever just hit the like button. We're now up to 5. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys, and subscribe if you're new. I know I've said that about a million times now, but I guess it's what everybody says, isn't it? So, but I mean, look, it also depends on what you're doing. What you're doing as a YouTuber. Like if you want to be a gamer, if you want to talk about sensitive topics. You want to jump into politics, whatever it is. Oh, hey Lisa, hi. It's so nice to see you again. I know it's been a little while since I've last been on YouTube, but I'm back now and I'm gonna start making the effort to catch up on everybody's content. All of you lovely people who have given me support over the few months that I've been away, I'm gonna come back and do the same. It's gonna take a while, granted, but I'm gonna do it. Because without a job at the moment, I've got a lot of free times. There's a lot of things I can do. Yeah, exactly. Like if anyone's still reflecting on the point I was talking about of how to grow a channel, look at Darkness's comment saying, think of your channel as a brand. Because your channel is a brand. It's a brand that you're trying to sell to other people and you're trying to get them to buy it, to use it, whatever it is. Or in our case as YouTubers, watch it. So you have to do something different from everybody else. Something that's gonna make people think, oh, I'm actually interested in that. I'm gonna click on it and I'm going to see if I like it. It just kind of depends. And yes, Lister, it's absolutely incredible to see you again. Like I follow many different YouTubers that have different styles. Like one of the biggest ones that I watch and I'm actually listening to him as I speak to all of you, is a guy who, I guess you could say guy, is known as the Internet Anarchist. For those who don't know who he is, he's a YouTuber that does documentary style videos on downfalls of big time YouTubers. A lot of people watch it for the drama. I enjoy the story. I love the story from start to what they were at the beginning to what they are now. What big change did they make in the middle of their career to absolutely ruin it? Like it's like that. And there's some good ones out there. There's some really bad ones in this, and it does show that there's a lot of horrible people out there, as well. But Man, nobody's perfect. You know, we all have flaws, no matter how much someone says, "Oh, I'm perfect. I never make mistakes." You're gonna make mistakes. Yeah. Hey, hey, goodness, Kendra. It's so good to see you, and thanks for popping by. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a lovely night and a good sleep. Hey, Redstone. So glad you could join us, mate. It's good to have you. I'm very glad to see you guys here. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, but in the meantime, smash those hearts as well because that's what gets more people. It gets more people coming in and gives us the chance to make some more friends. But I'll be right back. Oh, slap back. Ooh, hello. Back to myself, and wow, we're up to seven. We're three more likes away from our like goal for the stream, which is awesome. And if you're still around, Redstone, to answer that, yes. After well, you say years, man, but I think it's actually I can't remember remember if you were. To be fair, I haven't made a lot of content in 2026, so I was supposed to because I went away to Perth to play in a major competition up there, and I was meant to vlog it, but I kind of forgot to film a lot of the days, and the footage I got, if I uploaded it, it wouldn't have made much sense without the other part of the content I was supposed to film. But Greenland shark, huh? Hmm. Yes, number up to eight. Two more likes to go. So if you guys haven't liked it, press that like button yet. Feel free to do so. I would very much appreciate it because 10 likes brings us into double digits, and that is just epic. Oh yeah, right. Okay, now I'm with you. Now I'm with you. Sorry, Redstone. I got stuck there for a second, but mentally, not physically, as you can see, very still maneuverable. No, I'm with you. I'm with you now on that. But no, back to what I was talking about with the internet anarchist. So there's a lot of other people that do the same stuff he does, but I personally think he does it to absolute perfection because he goes into detail. He gets all the facts. He doesn't make thumbnails that are lies. He doesn't, you know, anything that he shows is from like posts or leaked text messages or whatever it is to whoever he's talking about, and he uses footage from other creators to so his point makes sense, but he always credits every single content creator he uses, even if it's banned channels. Um, so I think there's a lot of respect there, and I do trust the internet anarchists to give us the truth on whoever he's talking about at the time, other than in comparison to others that there's been in the past that are not as not as trustworthy, but there's just a difference between it. There are just some that but the thing, it still bothers me though, guys, because there are some big content creators out there that they think after, oh, I've got 1 million subscribers, I can essentially bully whoever I want. And it's a bad mentality to have because it means that you think you're a step above everyone else. And then when you have your down, and then when your downfall comes, and then all of a sudden you're not on the top of the world anymore. You go quiet because you know you were wrong. So I just don't understand it. And look, I'm not saying all YouTubers who get millions of subscribers are like that. They're not. I know a bunch of YouTubers. Well, I don't know them, but like I know of them. I should say that I know of them. Um, of these guys that have and girls that have millions of subscribers, but they don't treat their community like garbage. But there are still so many out there that have channels still get these big viewers, and then they're still allowed to bully others. I just don't think it's very fair. Um, especially when these big YouTubers when they lie, when they make posts and videos about they make posts about um, you know, oh, I'm the victim here. The person that targeted me was an a-hole. I'm thinking no, but I don't know. It's just not fair. And it's frustrating, but it's unfortunately the world we live in. So if I was ever able to build a community that one day that got up to the thousands, if not the millions, I would use that community to help people. I would use that community to take down these horrible YouTubers, and make them all understand that their actions have consequences. They're not just gonna get away with um, they're not just gonna get away with being bullies and me and horrible people. But again, my mindset that's like very much years and years down the line planning. And I apologize for the ramble. I just get very passionate about that particular subject. Yes, Redstone. Let's completely change the subject. That day, 2 days. That's awesome, man. Oh, oh, it's pretty cool. So you're an April baby. That's very nice of you. Thanks for saying the Lisa to Red. Um, look, Redstone. To be more accurate, it's not all big YouTubers. It's just the problem is that there's been so many big YouTubers over the years that have acted all arrogant and assholishness that the perception of being a big YouTuber is ruined by these people. But on the other hand, there's still lots and lots of YouTubers with big sub counts that are not like that. Like Consume the Goodness, who was in here before. Last I checked, she's got over 30,000 subscribers. She's not an a hole. She's still very motivating and she's kind and she's got a good heart. And she inspires people. So not everyone that gets up high are major a holes. So it kind of just depends on the person. When you give arrogant little kids fame and millions of dollary dues, that's when it becomes a problem. I still find it hilarious how they have this, how so many YouTubers know about expose videos and other YouTubers that can shut them down if they make a mistake, but then yet they still make the mistakes anyway. They still screw up. Yeah, so it's just a really interesting thing. It's kind of like for some people. Oh yeah, 100%. There is no that like that comment you've made, Redstone is probably the most accurate and cleanest comment you can make about bigger YouTubers. Yeah, no, well, it's a valid point, Red. It's a valid point not to be in the public eye that much because on the other hand, we don't want that much exposure. We don't want to get to the point where we have millions and millions of followers, and then people who are obsessed with us so much they start trying to track us. That kind of attention is not good. But having a couple of people who come into live streams like you guys have today and support me, and slowly getting me closer to my dreams. That's something I'm super grateful for. Um, and I can't show you as much appreciation as I already have. You know, I could if I was there and I was able to personally thank you, but obviously that's a bit different. But going back to Redstone's comment, people who have money, they just think they're on top of the world. They think, you know, they these people who have got lots of money, you know, they're holding up their guns or their six packs, and they're like, "Look at this! I'm special. I'm better than you." You know, that's the whole that's the premise. That's the whole point of it. And it's such a shame too, because then there are other YouTubers who use their platforms to help people and do right by the community. You know, yes, I know this person's faced a lot of controversy. Mr. Beast, for instance, he's given out millions of dollar dues to companies, to families, to individuals, and changed lives for a lot of people. Yes, I know he's got a lot of controversy on his hands as well, but I ignore the controversy because of the good person he is. Oh, oh yeah, 100%. It is exactly like empires back a few hundred years ago when you know there would be a king and a ruler, and the town were his subjects. It is literally the same premise as a big YouTuber. The YouTuber's the king. All of their subscribers are their subjects and must bow down to their incredible awesomeness or something. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's just holy moly. I don't think I'm ever going to understand it, but we're all different, you know. But hopefully one day there'll be some more good YouTubers out there. There'll be some more good people with good reputations. Like another one I'll bring up, Jack Black, for example. Jack Black is probably one of the most well known and most famous celebrities in the world because he also doesn't use his popularity to be a prick. He doesn't use it to be an a hole. Um, what do you call it? He uses it to I don't know. I don't know. I don't know enough about him to really have a big opinion. But my opinion of Jack Black is that he's just a fun and funny character, and he's a good person at heart, and he's somebody that you know can make the public laugh and make them feel good from a you know having a laugh and having a joke point of view kind of thing. So, hey Lisa, no worries. Thanks so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a lovely sleep, and I'll see you again soon. That's the Yeah, definitely. Um, there's that point of view as well. I think the other part as well is that we hear we hear so many stories about bad people that we just assume that everyone in that column is bad. Um, Robert is listening to if I ban chat that won't do anything. Yeah, that's the see. Look, Redstone. I'll be honest with you. That's also one of the reasons why I don't touch games like that. Because there's so many people out there like that. And I have a personal hatred for people like that. Weirdos and people that do inappropriate stuff. I have a personal hatred to that. So if I ever encountered that while playing these games, especially if I was live streaming to you guys and I, you know, started talking to someone that I knew was like that, I would lose it. I would absolutely snap, and I would not be able to control my emotions. And I don't want you legends to have to see that because it's not nice. It's not nice. It's not fun. It's personally because I've seen so many stories on it happening to people, and I couldn't imagine it happening to someone I love and care about. And I hope it does never happen. But um, but not just that. Even people who do horrible actions like scamming their audiences, like Logan Paul does, for example, how he scams his audience and takes the millions of dollar dues, and all he does is make fake promises, and then nothing changes, and then you know, and he gets away with it. All of a sudden, you know, it's like nothing happened. It's like, oh my god, he was never a bad person. Doesn't make sense, right? Yeah, they do. They really do on those things because in the past there was never as much security behind all of those behind those games. So just anyone could join it. You know, you could find, yeah, an older woman talking to a little boy or an older man talking to a young girl. It does happen. It's unfortunate, but it does. So yeah, that's personally why I'll probably never touch those games. It's why I prefer single player games. I don't like to touch multiplayer games very often. Sometimes I will, but not a crazy amount of the time. And in my time playing online games, I've been very fortunate and very lucky. I've found people that I've got, that we're all still close friends. We just don't talk a lot because I'm lazy and procrastinate conversation. But I'm got lucky. Like when I was 15, 16, and 17 playing online games, I met guys who were around the ages of 13, 14, and 15. So they were only a few years behind me. And in that time, all we did was chat about the game, in-game chat on Xbox or PlayStation. We never went to private messages. We never chatted on Xbox's text system. Nothing like that. It was just pure gaming gaming conversation about the game. We're playing Fortnite, for example. We're talking about positions, where people are on the map, and like how to best kill them and stuff like that. It was never bad. But despite that, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, that's exactly the way I used to do it. Playing these games in private servers with friends or people that you'd spoken to only. Um, I think, yeah, I think that would be the best way. That's really the best way to do it when you meet people online. Always be cautious, and I'll tell the three of you in here that are listening to me at the moment. Do not tell people online anything about you. Nothing. The only thing that someone needs to know playing online gaming with you is your gamer tag. That is it, because that's the only thing they can see. You do not tell them your name. You do not share pictures of what you look like. You don't tell them what city you live in. You don't tell them if you're in school or not. You tell them nothing because you can't trust you cannot trust anyone. And that might sound very brutal and sad and depressing, um, but um, but you have to stay private. You cannot trust anyone with your name and details, because someone may use those details in a bad way, and obviously take your trust away. But also on the other hand, if you choose to give somebody a name, that's completely up to you. Like I choose to Thomas with Toma. Um, yeah, yeah, definitely Redstone. That's definitely the way to do it. To only trust people that you know in person. Never trust people online, because people online you cannot trust. No matter how much they tell you about them and who they are, where they're from, blah blah blah. You never trust them. Like for example, guys, Regia Let's Play and me, we went to school together, so we're both best friends through and through. So I trust him completely. I consider him to be like a brother because we've known each other for so long. Um, there are people like that who I know personally, who I trust. I trust my family. I've got other friends, and I've also got a girlfriend that I trust as well. Stuff like that. Holy shit, there is a bunch of people live streaming at the moment. God damn. I clearly picked an absolutely perfect time to do live streaming. I mean, look, fair enough, Red Joe. Look, I've got these issues trusting myself for certain things. I only trust you. I only trust you, man, because of how long we've known each other for. But. So give me 2 seconds. Saying, oh shit. Uh, Sorry, just leaving a few comments on some live streams of some people that I know and people I want to support. I completely forgot I'm a moderator for that channel. Yeah, well, before yesterday, according to my logs, I hadn't streamed in like I think 7 months or something. So it's not something I find easy to do. There's lots of good eggs on here. Like I'm subscribed to a couple of channels, and there's a lot of good people on those who do live streaming themselves. These people are a lot more regular than I do. They got a lot more of a high follower count than me, um, but I still choose to support them as well. Because at the end of the day, the big thing is that you should support people that give you a start. Like there's another guy, could not remember his name off the top of my breath. Um, but but this guy promotes channels constantly. Like he dedicates every single one of his live streams to promoting people. Okay, well that's all right. That's not too bad of a duration time to stream. I mean, for me, look, for the time being, I'm probably only going to stream twice, maybe 3 times a week, which will be on Thursdays while prepping for indoor cricket, and maybe Friday for the sake of the end of the week. I might post the odd occasional video of my dog running around, but and we'll see how things go from there. If things progress the way they've been progressing, maybe we'll jack it up a bit more regularly. It kind of just depends on how things go. Because what I don't like to do, and I did this on Twitch once, and I heavily regretted it. I've streamed for 4 hours playing a video game with no viewers, and since that happened, I said to myself, I will never do that again. Which is why I like short streams. So even if you guys are all busy and can't be here, I'm not by myself for too long. So there's lots of upsides to it. But also, Red, for the sake of your streams, man, if I do continue to miss them, I will have them on replay. I'll be watching them back so you can get hours. And I'll leave comments and noting that I've done that. Because I want all of you to know that I will support you. Same with you, Redstone. If you may continue to make content and do live streams I miss, I will go back and watch them and make sure you get your hours. Like I want to support you guys like you guys support me because I'm super grateful for everything you do for me. So I've got to really appreciate those facts. It's really funny though. When they talk about the downfall of YouTubers, they're like, they used to get 100 million views a month, but now they're only getting 10 million views. 10 million views a month is still pretty good. I'd love to have that many people viewing my boring ass talking on a camera. That's all right, man. It's not an issue. Look, like I said, man, I went through a name changing phase and I changed it, so I can understand it being a little bit trickier to find the channel when the name changes and everything else changes. Like I get it, So it's no biggie. It's nothing to stress. But you're in the Discord server now, so if there's any changes or any updates, you'll be part of the list of people who will be the first ones to know about it. I don't plan on changing it anytime soon. Um, I think I think my channel's current name is gonna do just fine for the time being. Because I mean, look, Aussie Flash, nothing special, but I don't need it to be special. It's still pretty good. So, but anyway, I am gonna cap it there. We only got to 8 likes today, but the 8 is still very, 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 very good because I think that's the same as yesterday. So the stat number is doing pretty well. Um, yeah, that's all good, man. Well, I'm bouncing off, so you can head to bed as well, and because I'm getting a bit tired vocally, so I'm gonna spend some time relaxing. Thanks so much for Redstone, Red J, and Darkness for being um the most interactive in our stream today. I'm very grateful to the three of you, and obviously to everyone else who joins in. It means the absolute world to me. Even as I say, if you're in here for a second, a minute, or 10 minutes, I'm super grateful. I hope you guys all have a great day or night wherever you reside in this world, and we'll catch you in the next stream. Bye, legends.